all over Twitter. Tariq Nasheed said this: Kanye West is exactly how people who benefit from the system of white supremacy like to see black men groveling, buck dancing. I can't even read that. It's such crap. And it's so mean, too, by the way. Someone else called Samuel Singawane added, quote, Kanye is that one black friend every white racist person talk. You know what? I'm going to stop reading this because it's too nasty and go right to our guest. Christopher Harris is Executive Director of Unhyphenated America. He joins us tonight. I just want to be clear, Mr. Harris, I'm over Twitter. I never met Kanye West. Tariq Nasheed said this: Kanye West is exactly how people who to attack a guy just because he agrees with you on like that personal basis, that you're a traitor to your race. Like, who talks like that?
Well, the left talks like that, Tucker. I mean, you look at Donna Brazile recently, just what she, one of those nasty tweets, she tweeted out that Kanye West has set black folks back 155 years. I mean, isn't that amazing? One individual who has an opinion that's different from the black collective somehow is going to set black folks back into the slavery years. I guess they're expecting at any moment now plantations are just going to pop up all over America. But, if that were to happen, it would be Democrats trying to put us back on the plantations that they own.
But does it help? I mean, does it help anybody, individuals or a large group of people, when you tell them you're not allowed to think for yourself, you have to take orders, and anyone who has a different thought should be punished? I mean, it's hard to succeed in life if you're not having independent thoughts.
Kanye West has set black folks back 155 years. I mean, isn't that amazing? One individual who has an opinion that's different from the black collective somehow is going to set black folks back into the slavery years. I guess they're expecting at any moment now plantations are just going to pop up all over America. But if that were to happen, it would be Democrats trying to put us back on the superstar. But they both have a mental illness. So are we now, like, is it okay to attack people for having a mental illness if they hate Donald Trump?
And enter the word BASH to get a complimentary bottle of award-winning Nugenix, the #1 selling free testosterone booster at GNC. Nugenix is a unique man-boosting formula powered by Testofen, a patented key ingredient clinically researched to help boost your free testosterone levels, to help you feel stronger, leaner, with more energy and drive, more passion too.
Here, try a bottle. And trust me, she'll like it too.
Text 42424 and enter BASH to get a complimentary bottle of Nugenix. Samples are not available in stores, so text 42424 and enter BASH.
Well, the midterm elections are just 26 days from now. Kind of amazing. Too much going on to digest. So as we move closer to Election Day, we're going to take a closer look at particular races and the candidates running in them. Tonight we want to tell you about Kyrsten Sinema. She's running as a Democrat to replace Jeff Flake in the U.S. Senate in Arizona. Illegal immigration has long been an important issue in that state, which shares a long and largely undefended border with Mexico. Sinema in this race has tried to portray herself as a moderate on that question, someone who supports both amnesty for illegal aliens, but also more robust border security. There is growing evidence, though, that she is not a moderate, at least by American standards. In 2006, Sinema declared that illegal aliens who die trying to sneak into our country are morally equivalent to Americans dying in the Iraq War. Here's part of the quote. To state that immigration is not a war or is not equal in magnitude to war, I believe dishonors those who have died in this country and others as migrants. The deaths that people suffer in the Mexico-Arizona desert are the same as the deaths that people suffer in the Iraq desert. They are needless, senseless deaths. That's not a mainstream position, even now in the middle of the revolution we're going through. 3 years after she said that, Sinema described her position on immigration laws this way, quote, I oppose all of them. So if you think that foreigners breaking your country's laws are every bit as good as the citizens dying to defend them, it's possible you may have a problem with your own people, your own countrymen, the citizens of your nation. And Sinema certainly seems to have a problem with them. Here she is in 2011.
For the past several years, people would watch what was happening in Arizona and be like, damn, those people are crazy. Is it something about the water? No, the water's fine. We stole it from Colorado. There's nothing wrong with the water. They're called Republicans.
Charlie Hurd is the opinion editor at the Washington Times, and a very smart man, if we can say, joins us tonight. Charlie, things have changed so much that this is not disqualifying, saying that the deaths of illegal aliens in the desert trying to break our laws are morally equivalent to the deaths of our soldiers fighting in Iraq. 3 years ago it would have been over. Does this hurt her at all, do you think?
I certainly hope it does, but you raise a very good point. And what we've seen, you know, everybody talks about what the Tea Party has done to the Republican Party, and I think there was some very healthy stuff there in terms of forcing Republicans to sort of get back to some of their principles. But my goodness, what we're seeing happen to the Democratic Party, a once legitimate party that we relied on to keep the Republicans honest, and or the supposedly conservative party honest, and to challenge them, they're getting dragged so far to the left, off the cliff, that I don't know. That certainly would not hurt her in a Democratic primary in any way whatsoever. I do think that it might hurt her in a general election. I mean, you know, a lot of what she said there, it's kind of hard not to conclude that she hates America. And if you hate our borders and you hate the laws enforcing our borders, then you kind of, by definition, hate America. And that seems to be the campaign she's running on, and then especially if you think about running against somebody like Martha McSally, who is at the very least has served her country,
a career military officer,
and who's made a joke of the fact that Sinema brags about having 100 pairs of shoes, and McSally brags about 100 combat missions. Whether you agree with those foreign wars or not,
right.
And I have a real problem with them, whether you agree with them or not, the idea that you would compare the sacrifices that our men and women have made in following the orders of the military to illegals crossing the border and dying trying to break our laws and get into the country, it's astonishing.
It's pretty decadent, and it shows you how much Arizona has changed because of immigration that she has a shot. Charlie Hurt, thank you as always. I hope you come back on this stuff. Well, the battle over Brett Kavanaugh is over, but the left has not moved on. The View, the TV show that ABC keeps on the air, says that no proof is needed to call Kavanaugh a racist. This is the opinion of their in-house lawyer. Plus, supposing literally all immigration laws likely will not endear you to normal people, Kyrsten Sinema seems to be proud of it, though, and that puts her perfectly in step with the consensus in Washington, D.C. That's the subject of a brand new book called Ship of Fools, which you can buy pretty much anywhere. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Mitsubishi. Interested in a test drive?
Yeah. Introducing the 2019 Mitsubishi Eclipse Cross. If you like sculpted lines, you'll love its dynamic design. Now showing at a dealership near you.
Get up to $3,000 cash back or 0% APR on select Mitsubishi crossovers.
At Athene, we think it's time for the financial world to stop acting the same old way. You need a partner that is willing to break free from conventional thinking. We are a different kind of financial company. We are Athene, and we are driven to do more.
Do you have any idea how your mattress affects your body and how well you sleep? Is it too hard or too soft, causing you to wake up with sore shoulders, back, or hips? Are you uncomfortable because you're too hot or too cold? Now you can get the total body support you need and the better sleep you want with the new MyPillow mattress topper.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell. When I invented my new MyPillow mattress topper, I made it to have everything you'd ever want in a topper. My mattress topper helps give you the support you need, helps relieve your pressure points, and regulates your body temperature for you as an individual. It comes with a 10-year warranty. You can wash and dry the cover. It's made in the USA, and I back it with my 60-day money-back guarantee.
Go to MyPillow.com or call now to get your very own MyPillow mattress topper. Use the promo code and Mike will give you 30% off and 2 standard MyPillows absolutely free. Order now.
MyPillow topper delivers on its promise to give me a better night's sleep.
I can sleep all night through, and it's a miracle for me.
Mike's exclusive 3-layer design starts with a layer of MyPillow foam, providing you superior support and comfort. The second layer of transitional foam evenly distributes body weight and helps relieve uncomfortable pressure points for optimal comfort. Mike's ultra soft outer layer is a patented temperature regulating cover that helps keep you at your ideal sleeping temperature all night long. Unlike other sleep systems costing thousands, the MyPillow mattress topper takes comfort to a whole new level without any wires, remotes, or moving parts. Call now or go to MyPillow.com to order your MyPillow topper. Use the promo code to save 30%. When you do, Mike will give you 2 of his standard MyPillows absolutely free. That's right, 2 standard MyPillows free and 30% off your MyPillow topper today. Order now.
I personally guarantee it's going to change your bed into the most comfortable bed you'll ever own.
For the best night's sleep in the whole wide world, visit MyPillow.
My Pillow mattress topper takes comfort to a whole new level without any wires, remotes, or moving parts. Call now or go to mypillow.com to order your My Pillow topper. Use the promo code to save 30%. When you do, Mike will give you 2 of his standard My Pillows absolutely free. That's right, 2 standard My Pillows free and 30% off your My Pillow topper today. Order now.
I personally guarantee it's going to change your bed into the most comfortable bed you'll ever own.
I have suffered my whole life with
My Pillow mattress topper takes comfort to a whole new level without any wires, remotes, or moving parts. Call now or go to mypillow.com to order your My Pillow topper. Use the promo code to save 30%. When you do, Mike will give you 2 of his standard My Pillows absolutely free. That's right, 2 standard My Pillows free and 30% off your My Pillow topper today. Order now.
I personally guarantee it's going to change your bed into the most comfortable bed you'll ever own.
I have suffered my whole life with
My Pillow mattress topper takes comfort to a whole new level without any wires, remotes, or moving parts. Call now or go to mypillow.com to order your My Pillow topper. Use the promo code to save 30%. When you do, Mike will give you 2 of his standard My Pillows absolutely free. That's right, 2 standard My Pillows free and 30% off your My Pillow topper today. Order now.
I personally guarantee it's going to change your bed into the most comfortable bed you'll ever own.
I have suffered my whole life with
My Pillow mattress topper takes comfort to a whole new level without any wires, remotes, or moving parts. Call now or go to mypillow.com to order your My Pillow topper. Use the promo code to save 30%. When you do, Mike will give you 2 of his standard My Pillows absolutely free. That's right, 2 standard My Pillows free and 30% off your My Pillow topper today. Order now.
I personally guarantee it's going to change your bed into the most comfortable bed you'll ever own.
My Pillow mattress topper takes comfort to a whole new level without any wires, remotes, or moving parts. Call now or go to mypillow.com to order your My Pillow topper. Use the promo code to save 30%. When you do, Mike will give you 2 of his standard My Pillows.
That, and I'm quoting, a woman's word is enough. That's it. Is that true?
Technically, it is true. The law was changed some years ago, and I think it was a good change that you don't need corroboration to make a case.
Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur.
Think your COPD medicine is doing enough? Maybe you should think again. Ask your doctor about Once Daily Trilogy and the power of 1, 2, 3.
Trilogy, 1, 2, 3.
Save at Trilogy.com.
Don't lie, the world you're living in. Take a look around, at least you got friends. I call my old lady.
The new Capital One Saver Card. Earn 4% cash back on dining and 4% on entertainment. Now when you go out, you cash in. What's in your wallet?
Yes! Honey, the local game store wants to sponsor you.
I want to sponsor you.
Yes!
Honey, Travis Scott wants you to get these squad wins tonight.
Let's get these squad wins tonight. Yes, sir.
Honey, Ninja is calling you up to the national team.
You ready?
Honey, you ready?
Double your trade-in value. Get up to $600 back when you upgrade to Galaxy.
Hand-me-downs stink. I've worn this shirt like a gazillion times, and you can't even tell. It's time I do something about it.
Try OxyClean laundry detergent so clothes can stick around wash after wash.
Seriously?
It's time for Sleep Number's fall sale on the new Sleep Number 360 smart bed. It senses your movement and automatically adjusts to keep you both comfortable. It's the final days of our fall sale. The Queen Sleep Number 360 C2 smart bed is now only $8.99, plus 24-month financing on all beds, and Sunday.
When we sold our home, we only wanted our real estate agent to do 2 things: sell our home fast and for the most money. Thankfully, we found HomeLight.
HomeLight rates all the agents in your neighborhood using actual performance data like transaction history and reviews. That's data on millions of agents you can't find anywhere else.
It took just a few minutes and it didn't cost us anything. We sold in just 2 days and for more than we ever thought we would.
Join the thousands of people who have found a great real estate agent by going to homelight.com.
I get it all the time. Have you lost weight? Of course I have. Ever since I started renting from National. Because National lets me lose the weight at the counter and choose any car in the aisle. And I don't wait when I return, thanks to Drop and Go. At National, I can lose the weight and keep it off.
Looking good, Patrick!
I know. Go National. Go like a pro.
A new report from New York Magazine reveals that the Obama administration had a secret plan in place prior to the 2016 election. They feared that President Trump, if he lost, would not accept the results of that election. And so the administration plotted with several Republicans to, quote, validate the results and ensure an orderly transition of power. They also had another plan in case then candidate Trump disputed the results. They were going to whip out members of the so-called intelligence community to claim that Russia had weighed in on his behalf and therefore make his claims to victory seem less legitimate. Of course, in the end, he won, but they kept telling that story anyway. Russia, Russia, Russia. The point is, they've been planning that for a long time. Author and columnist Mark Steyn joins us tonight to assess what this means. Mark, great to see you. So we learned that the whole Trump campaign wasn't legitimate because really Putin was running it. This was a storyline that was already ready to go before anyone voted.
Yes, I think what they're trying to do here, Tucker, is to reverse engineer an explanation as to why the governing party was investigating its political opponent, which is, of course, you know, classic banana republic stuff. And as you say, the Russia collusion stuff was baked into the pie back in 2016. It isn't going anywhere, so they've now added this new wrinkle to it, which is that they were fearful that Trump, as the big loser, would not accept the result of the election. In fact, I think this is nonsense. They weren't worried about Trump losing. They were worried about him winning. But the point is they're trying to construct a narrative that explains why the ruling party were investigating the opposition.
But I wonder, I mean, what would that have looked like?
Banana republics.
So, I mean, how radical would Trump have gotten? If he had lost, would he have, say, written a book blaming everyone else but himself for his loss? Would he traveled the country for 2 years giving speeches, again, calling everyone who was against him a racist and calling the country stupid? Yes. Would he have gone that far?
Yes, I think he'd have worn ill-fitting pantsuits and gone on a tour of Montreal, Toronto, and Oxford University, because that's what that's what losing candidates seem to do. In fact, the people who do complain about losing the election are Democrats. If you recall, in 2000, Al Gore, late at night, called up George W. Bush and said he was asking for a recount. And Bush said, you mean you're retracting your concession? And Al Gore famously replied, there's no need to get snippy. Democrats are the ones who have actually contested the results of the election. There's not a lot of evidence that Donald Trump was doing that. He was just having a joke, as is his wont. And what's actually disturbing to me, because this is another sign of totalitarian societies, is when Trump makes an obvious joke like, hey, Vladimir Putin, if you're watching, maybe you could cough up those emails of Hillary's you've got. When he makes an obvious joke, intelligence agencies then say, oh, we need to investigate Trump's joke. That's actually what they did behind the Iron Curtain, yes. And it's a bit disturbing that it's now happening on this side of the Iron Curtain.
Whatever they're accusing you of doing is exactly what they're doing themselves. I mean, that turns out to be the one true rule about their behavior. Yeah. Mark Steyn, it's always great to see you. Thank you for explaining that.
Thanks a lot, Tucker.
Oh, final exam up ahead. Can you beat our experts at remembering what happened last week? One of the great pairings of all time after the break.
This is actually under your budget.
That's great.
Yeah, and when you move in, Geico could help you save on renter's insurance.
Yep, Geico helped me with renter's insurance too.
The walls. seem a bit thin.
They are, and Craig practices the accordion every night.
Says the guy who sings karaoke by himself.
I'm a very shy singer.
You're tone deaf!
Yeah, shall we move on to the next one?
It's a great building. You'll love it here.
We have mixers every Thursday.
Geico. It's easy to switch and save on homeowners and renters insurance.
Ever wonder why Europeans seem to speak so many languages? Maybe it's because we rely on old ways of learning, and they rely on Babbel, the #1 selling language learning app in Europe. Babbel's award-winning interactive technology gets you speaking right away, and best of all, remembering what you've learned.
When I started using Babbel, I really got into it.
You're able to retain all this information, remember what you learn without struggling to learn it.
Babbel's quick 10-minute lessons let you learn on the go. Now, you can try Babbel free. In just weeks, you'll have the conversational skills you want to use anywhere. In business meetings, on vacation, with the ones you love.
It's not hard to learn a language if you have the right program.
It improved my accent 1,000%.
The way that it's taught, it really sticks with you.
It's so user-friendly. I love it.
Try Babbel free today. Go to Babbel.com or download the app and see why Babbel is the #1 selling language learning app in Europe.
First Man is the best movie of the year.
We're going to the moon.
Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin.
That is a big mother. It'll be a hell of a ride.
We got a bad fire!
There's no easy way to say this. They're gone, Neil. We need you to be commander.
We need to fail down here so we don't fail up there.
What are the chances this is the last time the boys are going to see you?
5, 4, 3, 2.
First Man, rated PG-13.
If you love your friends and family, give them a meal that will truly be appreciated. The Omaha Steaks Savings Celebration Package. Sold separately, this package is filled with $193 worth of great food for the combo price of just $49.99. That's 74% off on this limited time offer. The Omaha Steaks Savings Celebration Package includes 4 tender top sirloin steaks, 4 extra thick boneless pork chops, 4 oven-roasted chicken breasts, 4 classic juicy Omaha Steaks burgers, and 4 gourmet jumbo franks. Dessert is 4 caramel apple tartlets. Your order will be delivered straight to your home or the destination of your choice to enjoy with friends and family. As a special thanks from us to you, if you order right now, we'll include 4 additional Omaha Steaks burgers free. That's 8 total. You get it all, the Omaha Steaks Savings Celebration Package, a $193 value for just $49.99. Enjoy the lowest pricing of the season with the Savings Celebration Package from Omaha Steaks today.
My prescriptions used to be really expensive, but then I went to GoodRx.com.
It just works. You put in the drug you're looking for, and bang, you've got half a dozen or more choices in front of you of pricing and locations to get it.
You never think about shopping around for medication prices.
I have good insurance, but with GoodRx, I save even more money.
What? I was paying how much?
And it's absolutely free. No cost to me whatsoever.
I get to save $1,180 a year with GoodRx. This is awesome.
Are the credit cards in your wallet actually the best ones for you? At NerdWallet, we sort through hundreds of credit cards to find the top cards for balance transfer, travel, earning rewards, and other perks. Using your unique info to narrow the search, NerdWallet makes it easy to find credit cards that work harder than the ones you have now. Stop missing out. Visit nerdwallet.com to find the cards that are made for you.
Well, you've waited all week. It's time now for Final Exam, where the best informed people in the news business sit across one another at a set to determine who's the best informed person in the news business. This week's contestants, Fox correspondent Kristen Fisher and the host of Special Report, Brett Baer. Now, you know, you never miss an episode, so of course you know the rules, but for our viewers just tuning in, I'm going to repeat them. This is old hat for you. Hands on buzzers. I ask the questions. The first one to buzz in gets to answer the question. You must wait until I finish asking the question in order to answer it. You can answer once I acknowledge you by saying your name. Each correct answer is worth 1 point. Every incorrect detracts a point. Best of 5 wins. Does that make sense?
Makes sense.
Outstanding.
We're ready.
Good luck, ladies and gentlemen. Question 1. The art world was stunned this week when a painting by the graffiti artist Banksy was sold at auction. Something very odd happened once the gavel came down. What was it? Brett Baer.
No one bid.
No one bid. Did no one bid on the famous graffiti artist Banksy? To the tape.
Selling for $860. Yeah, if you could maybe get one of the technicians quickly to go and take over there, that'd be great. Quickly, okay, we're moving on, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to move on here.
This work of art, now it's been shredded, they believe it actually adds about 50% more to the value.
That's actually quite a brilliant prank.
That was the rest of the answer.
A prank, but that was because it's not a decadent art world or anything. All right, question 2. You know what? That says something good about both of you that you're not watching art auctions during the day. You've got work to do. All right, this is a multiple choice question number 2. Singer Taylor Swift has become political, as you know. She is urging her fans to vote against Tennessee Republican Marsha Blackburn next month. The president responded to this news by saying of Swift one of 3 things. Was it A, Taylor Swift is overrated, B, I like her music less now, or C, lock her up? Kristen Fisher.
B. He likes it 25% less.
I thought it was lock her up. We'll find out. To the tape, please.
Marsha Blackburn is doing a very good job in Tennessee. I'm sure Taylor Swift has nothing or doesn't know anything about her. And let's say that I like Taylor's music about 25% less now, okay?
It's nice. Good effort. Good effort.
Watching all of those tapes finally
Roughly 25% less. Fantastic. All right, question 3, also taken from the world of pop culture. Kanye West under fire today for showing all of America his iPhone's passcode while on live television. Well, he met with the president in the White House. Kanye took out his phone and hit the same number 6 times in order to unlock it. What very unsecure number was it? Brett Baer.
0. Now, I don't know how many zeros it was. I think it was 0000.
But all zeros?
Zeros.
Was it all zeros?
And what we want to start with is, I brought a.
Wow. Not exactly secure.
Wow. 6 zeros. Our judges say that's enough zeros. What we might be looking at is the comeback story of the week.
I know.
1 to 0.
1 to 0. That's right. You are back to stasis.
Goose egg.
Question 4. Starting this week, which former American president will come to life in the form of a 3D hologram here in Washington? Kristen Fisher.
Reagan.
Reagan?
Reagan.
An airport now a hologram?
At his library.
Ronald Reagan.
Every 4 years, almost every Republican presidential hopeful invokes the spirit of President Reagan. Now at his library, that spirit has become a virtual reality. 3 holograms of President Reagan will make their first public appearance tomorrow.
Not sure this is connecting.
You know,
it's not connecting.
You know, you guys should have holograms for in here. You know, that way you don't
take more time off.
You know what? Let's get that in our contract, shall we?
You can have a Friday off. You know.
Final question. This one also multiple choice. Frontier Airlines, the airline of the West, kicked off an Orlando woman from one of its flights this week after she boarded the plane with a prohibited animal. This multiple choice. What kind of animal was it? Was it A, a python?
Offensive foul.
Kristen
10 yards.
Fisher.
And the ball.
Kristen loses a point,
just
and it
like
goes
that?
to Brett.
Oh, dear. I could get the right answer.
Well,
Do I get another?
tie it up, in which case we need a tiebreaker. Wow. That's what I know. Trust me.
Horribly unfair.
That's right.
They're unfair, but those are the rules. It's
You're
like
right.
the Electoral College. It's in the Constitution, Kristen
What you
Fisher.
have to do.
You can't change it. Okay, so
Here
Brett.
it is.
Did she refuse to fly without A, a python, B, a squirrel, or C, a raccoon?
A squirrel.
Was it B, a squirrel?
A woman was kicked off a flight after bringing an emotional support squirrel onto the plane. Frontier Airlines only allows dogs or cats, not unusual or exotic animals.
I have been robbed.
I must say, it was self-larceny. It was. I said it's multiple choice, and you knew the answer, and you got so excited.
I got a year.
Okay, so the script says that's it for this week. Exactly. Okay, so we have to go to the tiebreaker. We always have the same tie-breaking question. Okay? And if you watch the show before, you know it, so it's a test of that too. Yes, you do. Hands on buzzers. Ready. Here's the tiebreaker. What is the capital of Burkina Faso, the African nation Burkina Faso?
Seriously, this is the question.
This is seriously the question every time.
Has anybody ever gotten it?
No.
Well, I don't think it's going to happen tonight either. I don't have it.
It's Ouagadougou.
See, I was going to go with...
You were going to go with Ouagadougou.
I was just not sure.
You know what? Our judges are saying in this rare instance is never before seen. Oh, wait, they're saying we have one more question. What is the capital of Madagascar?
Madagascar. The
Madagascar,
capital
right.
is... Could you just Google that?
Okay, so our judges are saying that no reasonably informed person should have to know either one of those answers. Therefore, for the first time in the history of the show, we have a split decision. We have an actual tie in which both of you get a medal, both of you claim the victory, both of you go home proud.
Wow, you know what? This is quite the millennial.
It really is. Everybody wins. We only have one Eric Wemple mug, but this also, and they're saying this to me now, this requires at some point in the next 12 months you must come back for a rematch.
Fantastic.
Fair enough?
We will
share
a cup of coffee.
Amazing.
Look at this.
Our news division is so good they can't even beat each other.
So good we don't even know the
We will
capital
see you
of
back.
Madagascar.
Brett, thank you.
Capitals.
That's it for Final Exam. Pay attention to the news every week. Tune in every Thursday to see if you can top the experts. Not likely, but you can try. We'll be right back.
Run from me, dog.
We need to stop. Stop what? Killing people. Yeah, right.
Run.
Her father would start raving mad. That's why we're good at what we do. This don't feel right. We need to finish the job.
Your friends are on the way to come.
Everything's changed. Nothing's changed. You're my brother, and I love you. Sisters Brothers, rated R.
I'm not made for this. As Jake's worry monster, I was thrilled when he had his health scare. But now he runs and drinks Palm, and nothing I say makes him worry anymore. Watch. Jake! Don't run too hard, you're gonna chafe! You'll chafe! Cripes, is that my pulse?
Why bother mastering something? Because when you want to create an entirely new feeling, the difference between excellence and mastery is all the difference in the world. Introducing the all-new Lexus ES, a product of mastery. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. When the world seems to shine like you've had too much wine, that's amore. Bells will ring, ting-a-ling-a-ling, ting-a-ling-a-ling.
More to love. Applebee's new neighborhood pastas. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
Every TV doctor knows nothing's more important than a good bedside manner.
I don't know how to say this.
It's okay, Doc. Give it to me straight.
No, you don't understand. I don't know how to say this. I'm just a TV doctor.
They also know you should get your annual checkup.
It could save your life.
Schedule a checkup with your doctor. Know your 4 health numbers and start taking control of your health today. Cigna, together, all the way.
I finally got my dad to simplify. He even got the new Jitterbug Smart 2 from Great Call, their simplest smartphone ever.
How much for this?
I couldn't part with that.
And with 5-star urgent response on the keypad, he can always get help.
One touch immediately connects him to highly trained 5-star agents who will get him help in any emergency, big or small.
Hey, Dad, how's it going?
Great. People love my stuff. No.
Service starts as low as $17.48 a month at these fine stores.
Hiring? It's a big deal. Finding the right candidates can take up lots of your time and energy. But not on Indeed. Millions of great people are using Indeed every single day. People with every possible combination of skill and experience. And with filters to help you find them faster, whatever type of candidates you're looking for, you'll find them on Indeed. Accelerate your hiring even more with a $50 credit to start your first job post with premium placement on Indeed.
To most, he's Phil Mickelson, pro golfer. To me, he's, well, Dad. So when his joint pain from psoriatic arthritis got really bad, it scared me. And what could that pain mean?
Joint pain could mean joint damage. Enbrel helps relieve joint pain, helps stop irreversible joint damage, and helps skin get clearer. Enbrel Enbrel may lower your ability to fight infections. Serious, sometimes fatal events, including infections, tuberculosis, lymphoma, other cancers, nervous system and blood disorders, and allergic reactions have occurred. Tell your doctor if you've been someplace where fungal infections are common, or if you're prone to infections, have cuts or sores, have had hepatitis B, have been treated for heart failure, or if you have persistent fever, bruising, bleeding, or paleness. Don't start Enbrel if you have an infection like the flu.
Since Enbrel, Dad's back to being Dad.
Visit Enbrel.com and use the joint damage simulator to see how your joint damage could be progressing.
Ask about Enbrel. Enbrel. FDA approved for over 16 years.
Well, for the moment, the First Amendment still resides in the Bill of Rights, so the left has to look for other, more creative means to silence views it disagrees with. A new motion passed unanimously by the City Council of Los Angeles requires all contractors with the city to disclose publicly any ties they have to the NRA. The message is very clear. We control what you think. Ethan Behrman is a radio show host in the state of California, and he joins us tonight. So, Ethan, are you now or have you ever been a member of the NRA? Have you ever had contact with anyone who is knowingly or unknowingly? Before we proceed.
I have not been a member, and I know lots of people who are members of the NRA.
Okay, so obviously that shouldn't be allowed. They shouldn't be able to do business with the city of Los Angeles, which collects tax money from everybody, but only people who conform to certain ideological standards should be able to do business with Los Angeles. I'm sure you agree with that, right?
Well, actually, I just disclosed mine, so I guess I should be able to get a contract with the city. That's all they're requiring is disclosure, especially in light of the fact that the Trump administration issued the rules to pushed the IRS to have the new rules that say, hey, dark money is great. I would think, Tucker, you would be behind exposing dark money so we can know who is actually contributing to different groups.
No, this is a voluntary association. So, for example, I took riflery certifications from the NRA in summer camp in about 1978. In the state of California, in fact. Would that disqualify me?
No, as long as you disclose it. That's all the city of Los Angeles is asking. This is a big issue. So we have gun crime problems in the United States. Obviously, you've talked about it on your show. And the city of Los Angeles is trying to address this. We in California are finding that the NRA is doing things like blocking universal background checks or fighting against that. We see that as a reasonable step. So this is a way of putting political pressure, no question about it, on groups like the NRA.
Well, it's
a
way of suppressing free speech and punishing free association. So could we apply the same rules to the ACLU? The ACLU has, of course, argued on behalf of criminals for 100 years. You could easily make the case that they've increased the amount of violent crime in this country. Have you ever given money to the ACLU? If you have, we're punishing you. Would that be a fair standard?
Yeah, I think if you're being punished is something different. All they're asking for
how about mandatory disclosure? Well, how about mandatory disclosure? You give money to Planned Parenthood. Planned Parenthood kills people, literally kills people. The leading cause of death of Americans, Planned Parenthood. Shouldn't we know? I mean, just disclosure, mandatory disclosure if you've given money to Planned Parenthood. Is that fair?
I think this becomes fair game, though, right? So let's say the city of wherever, it does. I mean, you're making the logical point, which is if you're going to require, but cities have a long record of this. They do things like if you want to have a contract with us, 50% of the labor is going to be union labor.
No,
you're going to pay a minimum of $17 an hour.
You can do a lot of stuff. No. I mean, you can make everyone wear a Viking hat if you wanted, or stand on one foot, or whatever. Should you? That's the question. Not, should you do this?
Yes, I think in the case of Los Angeles and the state of California, it takes a very different view regarding firearm laws. We have somebody who is about to become governor who's taking a very strong stance here, Gavin Newsom, on these topics. And the city of Los Angeles has been very frustrated. The city attorney, Mike Fuhrer, has fought hard to find where these guns are coming from.
So anyone who supports the NRA, which supports the Second Amendment, is punished. You don't see that. We're almost out of time, but sincerely answer my question. You don't see that as a precedent that's scary? This McCarthyite, that's everything you hate?
I don't. I think that we're asking people to disclose who they're donating money to, and then, but to your point, that now becomes fair game. And by the way, fair game is, I can't wait to talk to you tomorrow on my show, Tucker.
I know, I can't wait, because when we did this with communists, it was the end of the world. And it was wrong, by the way. Thank you, Ethan, great to see you. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Thanks, Tucker.
Well, we just want to thank you again. We asked you to put Ship of Fools to the #1 spot on the New York Times bestseller list, and you did that. We had nothing to do with it. I just want to say one more time with great and complete sincerity that this show wouldn't exist and this book wouldn't be succeeding without your support. And so thank you very much for that. We appreciate it. We're going to be back tomorrow night and every weeknight going forward, because we are the sworn enemy of lying, pomposity, smugness, and groupthink. And if you think pomposity, smugness, and groupthink and lying aren't omnipresent, watch the news. We'll see you tomorrow. Sean Hannity is next, live from New York.